Good morning. Good morning to the too early for this shit gang. Kitten Beach, extra democracy, 16 votes ahead. Everybody's ready. You know, real politicians have to do this, gang. They have to get up in the morning and they have to politic. They have to get in those politics minds and grind all day long. So I just want to spare a moment and say a silent prayer for all those politicians up at 9 o'clock in the morning doing the nation's work. Morning, Hisa, and thank you. Hisa's going to have a nightmare for the next 2 hours as extra early, extra democracy. Exactly. We can keep going earlier as well. Do you want to do that? Do you want to do that? We just keep going earlier. Lord Swordplay. We start at 6. 7 a.m. Let's go. Who can do 7? Let's have a vote. Let's have a vote on how early we want to start Kitten Beach. 7. Can we do a 4-way on this, Issa? Go with 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m. Fuck it, let's go for 4. We're inching our way towards the 24-hour stream. Don't worry, we'll get there though. 8's the lowest you can do. 9 feels fairly brutal. I'm not gonna lie. I can barely see. I'm only halfway through my first cup of tea. Morning, anyone? Anyway, it's great to see you all. Herbert, Han, Halibut. 3 H's there in a row. Morning, Angelic Cabbage. Morning, Lathotep Cat. 40's been here since 5. On a 170 million stream streak. Thank you, 40. It's really nice to see all the cat badges popping up. I have to say, it really does look like House Fan Evil Gang. And thanks again, 40, for the badges. They're great. Morning, Monster. Morning, Lurking. Morning, Rubyism. Morning, Dr. Moomin. Off the lab. Morning, Notkira. 5 o'clock, Notkira. Alright, 5 o'clock torture stream. You get it for 3:30 for work, Lady Bearden. Alright, we do it. Do we have to? Yeah, we have to like role play the politicians though. That's what I'm saying. They work this hard. Believe me. Half of Parliament just reads the morning newspaper and doesn't pay attention anyway. Too early for this shit is right. Morning, Desmoy. Morning, Jade. Morning, Esther. Do you want to big up Olamots, Esther? That's going to be happening soon, right? In 2 weeks. Just under. I think there's a bunch of people gathering there. That'd be nice. This will be a shameless stream because we're doing great. Look, we've got 310,000 in the bank. Get a little bit decadent. Maybe fire up the printing machines. I'm fine, Cheshire. Thank you. I was just going back through the chat there. Luckily, I'm only a fake politician in a video game, but I'm still here at 9 o'clock. And so are you. Oh, great, Monster! Fantastic! Olamots is going to be fucking epic. That's all we need to say about it. No printing. Well, you know, I'm tempted to print bank. Don't need to do more nuking, though. We've clearly got enough nuclear power stations. Petro's got 2, Terra's got 1. We are flush with electrical energy and we're going to do lots of cool stuff with that. So just to explain where we are in the game now, this is where the game really starts in some senses. So we built this world through history and now we have to kind of fix this world into the world of the future that we want. That's the idea. So we are going to need to ask difficult questions about how we want to produce things and our constitution and so on. All of that is set at economy first, so we're massively polluting and all sorts of things like that. So we're going to talk through all of that, and then we're going to. There's 5 different world powers now, right? There's the Middle East, there's the EU, there's Russia, there's China, and there's the US. And that means it's 5. You've got 5 different people trying to invade you and demanding stuff from you, not 2. So the first thing we're going to do is build a whole embassy district around the palace, and we're just going to handle that diplomacy first with a diplomatic super party, invite everybody, boost it up, and get another bunch of financial aid. And that'll put us into a kind of neutral position. Thank you, Ratatouille. And thank you for your art. Once again, a lot of that is showcased before this stream. Go follow Ratatouille on X or wherever if you want to flag up your bases, Ratatouille, anywhere, go for it. So, yes, there's 5 powers. We're going to kind of gather all them together, and it'll set us to kind of neutral with them, and then we can choose who we want to get a stronger relationship with or not. But we kind of need to do that. I think we didn't do that last time, and in the end we were getting invaded by the Middle East quite a lot because we stole the Sphinx. But anyway, so, and then faction leaders. Alright, so we're getting new faction leaders today. You have to vote again for your faction leaders. So at the moment we have, I think it's Esther and Monster for Terra. We have Detvi for Bin Cat. We have Han for Petro Cat. I'll show you all of the realms as well before we start voting, but today will just be a lot of voting. I'm going to tell you a few things that I'll just kind of fix and clip some tips here and there, just prune the economy. And then we've got our major industry to decide as well. So Bubblina is currently religious. Prickly Triangle is currently capitalist. Valerie is currently the better kitten. And then there are 2 new factions, so nobody has played them yet. 9 AM is foul, man, what the hell? You wanted it, there was peer pressure, this was it. We do it. We're talking about going even earlier, Valerie. Anyway, I can do 8, I reckon I can do 8. 7 might be. This is the creation of Michael Cat. So you can run for Michael Cat, who is the head of the intellectual faction, and then you can also run for the Sleepy Joe, which is the conservative faction. But we'll leave them to the end because they're new. So we're going to go through the ones that we've established first, probably in their kind of. Well, we'll randomise it. We'll randomise who goes first with our 6. We'll establish the 6, and then we will do the 2 new ones. Does that sound okay? And then we'll maybe start doing the votes, but this could easily take 2 hours. If you, as the faction leader from before, want to crystallise your vision, I've seen some of those on X, like maps of the island of what you would do. Some are like funny. But if you want to do that seriously, then you can kind of pass that as your legacy on if you are replaced. And that could be a point of political pressure. The other thing is about deputies as well. As soon as you've got power, you need a deputy just in case you can't make one of these streams, especially if they're at 7 in the morning, you know. You might need the deputy to get it up. Because you need your 8 hours, yeah? So, we're going to start, and I'm randomising it with this couple of dice. Couple of cat dice. And it is going to be Detvi first, so it's Bin Cat. And the way we'll do this is, so you can take some time if you want to run for Bin Cat. This is quite an important one in the game because the game is about, at the moment, Kitten Beach Season 2 is about environmentalism, and this is the leader of the environmentalist faction, so they're going to be quite important in the story regardless of which way it goes, because we need to, I think, have some kind of environmentalist approach. We can't just go destroy the island. You know what I mean? We're not like that. We're not going to do that. All right. So yeah, it's going to be Det V up first. We're going to zoom into the realm. We're going to see how it looks. I'll tell you some things that can change straight away. But let's go. Right, this is Bin Cat's realm. At the moment, it's a bit of a hodgepodge of... It's doing stuff for other industries, really. It's doing crocodile farming, which we might want to keep, because we are going to go into the apparel industry pretty soon. It's doing lumber mills, which we can kind of keep for a bit. Those planks are all right. They're going into a IKEA type thing. That's okay. There's a radio station that's set to environmentalist propaganda, so everyone here is being broadcast. You've got the Coliseum in there, and 2 nicely stacked eco apartments. I believe there's a bus link. Where's the bus? I don't see a bus. Did it burn down? Oh, we never connected them by... Wait, is that bus? No, we didn't... We didn't connect these by road. They're separated. Alright. So anyway, so some of the changes we can do. We can make this a lot more compact, because we're getting like hydroponic gardens. So we can shrink these farmlands and we can make it much more densely wooded. Keep the honey going, I like that. And then I don't know, this is a kind of broader question for the whole group, is where we're going to put the fashion companies, the pharmaceutical companies and the juiceries. But we'll do that in a bit. There's a few other things I need to do. So that's Bin Cat's realm, so we're going to vote for Long Live the Bin. Did it burn down is a concerningly common question around here. Yeah, one thing we had to cut in part of the series of shocks was fire protection. We have got one helicopter, but it's busy. You just wrote an article on the 2025 Tanzanian elections, and it's fallen into dictatorship. Time to forcefully re-elect myself too. Great! Okay, so we're going to do these. If you want to go for Bin Cat now, you need to tell Hisa, you need to put yourself forward for that. Thank you, Han. That's very kind of you. You need to put yourself forward for that, yeah? And normally, because this is an early start, there's about 15 less people. Normally it's 60. So this might affect the votes a little bit. Although I think maybe only 30 people vote, so maybe all the voters are here. I think I'm going to have to pop in a little boss for that, yeah. Yeah, no, thank you for getting it for Noah. Thank you for getting it for Noah. Alright, so, I'm going to go and build those embassies. If you want to go for, yeah, only real fans here at 9 o'clock. I know. It's for the real ones. It's one way of like sorting the wheat from the chaff, you know. We just keep going earlier. Alright, so yeah, if anybody wants to do it, you've got to stand up for it now, otherwise Deputy will get it without a vote. Right, I'll hand it over to Hisa. I'm just going to do these embassy district quickly. And I'm gonna put in some of these. We can still steal Big Brazil. We should steal Big Brazil. That's good. Let's do that. At some point. Whoever votes for Big Brazil, you can still steal that. It's a giant tree. We have to pour manure on it and it grows. And they're going to treasure hunt as well. And then these guys are going to intimidate. So yeah, the realms are getting quite nice now. This is better, Kitten. Again, we can shrink this farm down or even completely delete it. Because we can concentrate all the farms now with the nuclear power over in the religious factions area if you want to lose the farms. Because we were kind of loaning this land out for farming. I know. You don't trust in deputies anymore. So while I'm just going to go through the different areas then if you're thinking about running. This is currently a medium rebel threat. No fucking way, really? Clinic destroyed. Right, this sugar industry can that's the first thing that's getting fixed. When we get a bit of money. We're importing all of that. Fuck, we're importing a lot of iron. Okay, that's good though. No, I'm not going to do any of them for now until we've got our new industry set up. There's nothing really there. And I'm going to get Diplomatic Super Party. And then we'll keep running this down. But we're going to create a lot of unemployed people soon. Yeah, so Better Kitten has the Registrar of Samarkand, which is giving people education. We have the college here, which we can move to MCAT.
Surprisingly organized vandals have damaged.
God, these rebels are so fucking annoying. We've got so much military.
Categorically not a rebel attack.
No, we've still got to put more in. We've still got to put more in. Yeah, it's still got to be more. It's crazy. Alright, we're going to have to really close this down and fence MCAT in because they're just a constant source of trouble. And maybe this bit as well. Okay, we ready for the first vote? Is anybody challenging Detvi or? Yeah, you did ask for the college. Whoa. Screaming check when you want a poll. It's just if anybody else is running for BinCat. Oh, did you? Oh, you failed. Yeah, democracy is tough. Not Kira. It's tough being exposed to these popularity contents. Yeah, the aircraft carrier does sound great. It's a good investment. The soft blocks look good as well. So this is Bubblina's realm. We're going to have to shrink this. We can decide where we want to put the hydroponic farms and that, and we can maybe join this into one zone, I think. Yeah, I think that's probably wise. Like join these roads here, get rid of all the farms, put hydroponics in. But no, it's fair, Valerie. The Leroy incident was terrible. You've got your religious propaganda going. Did you get the childhood museum? Yes, okay, so you can set a work mode for that. That's not very popular. Let's fire those people.
Trade routes are under threat of extinction, Presidente. Just like Florida.
Price of export trade routes are decreased by 15%. The prices of import trade routes are increased. Okay, so Kira's running for everything today. Can you put Kira? Kira's actually just sent me a message saying they want to run for everything. I just got it. Just yeah, I'm confirming that. We didn't question whether it's possible to be said to be leader of multiple factions. I assume not. Right, okay, that's got 86,000 coming. Good. So we've got our diplomatic zone, which is just trucks. So we'll put the USA in there, Russia in here, then China, Middle East, EU, and we'll sort that out a bit later. Then we're going to do this. We're going to have the diplomatic super party, which increases the standing of all by 20.
When international
And then we're going to hoover up financial aid from these guys. So that makes us plus 40. We'll praise them. Aid, praise, aid. Okay, so that's at 268. You're addicted to power. Can Russia be put near Sweden? You want to be next to your darling lurking wife? Yeah, oh, 388,000. There you go, there you go. This is great. So now let's trade a little bit. Books. Books to the EU. Yeah, we love books. 52,000 books. Can we do it? No, we'll go with that. That's great though. Chocolate to the EU. We got to trade, but the Chinese want balloons. We don't have balloons. We are going to have crustacean sensation very soon though. That's going to be the first instant democracy. You're going to go and make a coffee. If MCAT smaller is... No, we're not going to make it smaller. We're just going to lose some of the farmland, I think. I want to do that. I want to do that pretty much now, but... Okay, we're going to sell chocolate to the EU as well. Do we export aluminium? We must have excess aluminium. No, it's all going into boats. Right, fine. Books make us the most money. The books are real. The books are like a cornerstone of the economy.
Announcing the winner of our competition to win a signed portrait of El Presidente.
Right. So I think it's the farms that I'm gonna get rid of
Entries would suffice.
first. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'll do this by diktat, okay? I'm gonna destroy all these cocoa farms that are fueling the chocolate industry in Prickly Triangle zone, and then I'll turn all of that into hydroponics. So you're gonna get all that land back, and we can rewild it, Det V if you win or whoever wins. But We'll just lose this now because we don't need it anymore.
Do not be intimidated by my vast fortune, Presidente.
Oh,
my
we-
servants still
oh, we're
keep their
not.
pants on one leg at a time.
We're not intimidated, don't worry. This can go. And then maybe we'll move the tree houses. Because these get bonuses as well where they're placed, I believe. We'll just get that cotton out and then we'll knock that down as well. But I kind of like the crocodile thing. So we'll lose that and let's sort this out once and for all. So how many have they got here? 1, 2, 4, 5 cocoa farms. And 2 sugar farms. So this is the hydroponics. We'll do cocoa. Did we do the first poll yet? Okay, all right. Yeah, fashion. Yeah, we will do fashion. I didn't scream in Czech. All right. Ti vole. What is it? Demokracie? No, it's probably got another word, hasn't it? Why won't that work? Okay. 80% approval, look at that. Great. Okay, so we're going to go for 6 cocoa things. Hopefully this will fuel this beast. And sheep, let's demolish that. And then we'll put 4 sugars in. Yeah, yes, it's Bincat. Bincat is first heater, yeah. Look, if it takes a while today, don't stress anyone. I know this is an early start, so don't worry. Just people didn't want to lose some Kitten Beach time, so if we only get 2 leaders selected, I don't mind. There's quite a bit to do anyway, so... But yeah, if there is no challenge, well, Kira challenged, right? So it's Detvi versus Kira, unless somebody else wanted to go, and then we'll do Bincat, please. Great, okay, thank you, sir. Magic. That's going to annoy me a little bit, but I'll cope. Right, these people probably need houses.
Equality. That is what the people yearn for. And you yearn for their votes, El Presidente, so...
You guys are going to want a fire station probably, I think, right? But
when I carry the one, Presidente, so I don't think we can carry the many. Besides, if we're propelling stones at multiple birds, it's definitely speculative, dangerous, and wholly unnecessary science. You need.
I don't think anybody's going to want total surveillance. Yeah, I think fire station. Yeah. Total surveillance. No, not right now. We need to have the faction leaders before we do the constitution, so let's not force that. You hate the grid. Yeah, I'm in two minds about the aesthetics of grid versus non-grid. Sometimes I like a grid. You guys are going to go here because you're only working at these places. It's a bit bleak, I'm afraid, but that's what it is.
In the Tropican streets today called rebellion. However, the palace warns that without a license to play, rebellion is illegal.
Right, we're going to shift to these Overwatch towers. I think. To get a bit more security. That can go back. Maybe this can go here. Good. Right, let's let them be built, and they will fuel this from then on, I believe.
The citizens are demanding elections, Presidente. It's
fine.
A choice in how they are ruled.
That's not a problem. Healthcare, it's an issue. Fine. We praise the communists. They don't like us at the moment. We won't blame anyone, not even the EU, and we won't do anything. That should be fine.
People of Tropico, it is I.
So we'll look at trade.
You have showed your faith in me, and that faith will be rewarded.
Right.
Tropican will get what they deserve.
So that industry we had to place here, because it's just where the chocolate factories are, and there's all these people living around this area. Let's just check the military strength per this zone. Everything is covered.
Yeah, but all days to come.
Maybe get one more Overwatch tower here.
Here's the cries of the sick. You say there are not enough doctors to label all the illnesses, but soon everyone will know the name.
Oh, is there a casino there? Oh, that's cool.
Our efforts are
People going?
by our communist
Yeah.
comrades.
It's alright.
Each according to their need.
The movies are popular. There's a bit of development here gonna happen. I'll tidy up this later. Basically, if we want to upgrade the meat kind of side of things, then we're going to need to do factory farming, which I don't think is going to be amazingly popular, to say the least. Alright, so 428,000. I think we're good. I think we're still making money. So, let's have the first contentious question after BIMCAT elections. Oh, what the? This is crazy, gang. This is crazy. Who's gonna be the bin cat? Time to vote. Vote now. Interesting. Interesting. It's pretty close. I don't care if you win. I need Kira Ren to lose. General Han. That's from the new ones, right? I don't know them that well. Bin horse. Debbie's taking it. Seconds on the clock. All right, congratulations, Debbie. Congratulations, you've held your land.
President.
No, we're not doing this.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Sorry. I think that's supposed to be Merkel. Yeah, popular culture, but that's still a while ago, isn't it? When was the last one of those released? 2019? 2018? Who's next? Yeah, alright, rack them up. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. MCAT. Bobbolina's up next. Just as a general thing, we're going to have to do quite a bit of surgery to this realm. It's our most troubled. But we'll wait for these to be built first. We just fired loads of people as well, so hopefully the 81 unemployed. First round of unprompted Kira humiliation done. Fantastic. Alright, well Kira wants to get in on this one as well. This whole zone is just for chocolate. Oh, that's corn. Why are they corn? I selected cocoa. I specifically selected cocoa, I'm sure of it. Cocoa. 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 Sugar, sugar, sugar. Great. Right, and then we can put more whatever you guys decide in this area. This is a bit up for development. I think we got a grip on that. And I'll tidy that up later.
Listen, Presidente, my friend and I are like peas in a pod. I'm just a bigger pea.
Okay, MCAT elections are up. Great. Bobbolina versus Kira.
He just exchanges money and hopes for the best. Back my plan, El Presidente.
You can't seriously think that building factories is a better bet than playing the market. IPOs, EPS, YOLOs, come on, Prez. Back a winner. You know I'm right.
Ooh, this is an interesting one. Capitalists versus industrialists. I was thinking about the Speedway edict. I was thinking about bringing cars back. I mean, it would look cool. There's a lot of trucks though and stuff already. Offshore office would also be nice though. I don't know, let's get some instant democracy on this. What do you reckon, gang? Offshore office or speed motorways? Highways? Instant democracy. Yeah, vote trucks or offices. I don't know, office. Boats. We've got a lot of boats. Yeah, but we have to pick one of these for the faction loss, which is not going to be a problem. Fucking vote for me, Mark. Ram is my deputy, trust me. Trains, trucks. Offices. I think trucks. Alright, I'm going to truck it up. Truck it up. So, speedways. Increases the speed of vehicles using roads by 15%. Oh, all vehicles anyway. Oh, we'll do that now. But we can, that before we bring cars back. This will speed up buses. That's fantastic. Ooh. Speedway. Speed me up. Truck me up. Speedway is great. Yeah, I thought it was only for the cars. I do not know the game as well as I thought, but this is on hard. This is on the most difficult you can play Tropico on, so we are doing good work here. Right, that's gone. We need more intellectuals, I think. They're doing good. Interactive education, let's get that. $108 unemployed, 80 vacant jobs. I think I see a way out of this, guys. Alright, Bubblina, fantastic. So the next vote so I can do something is who gets crustacean sensation? It's a choice between Bubblina getting the juiceries, the first round of juiceries, or the other place to put it would probably be in Detvi's Bin Cat's world. I think that's the most rational places to make crustacean sensation. Maybe Better Kitten as well. So give me a 3-way vote on Bin Cat, Better Kitten, or M Cat for who gets crustacean sensation. Crustacean sensation. Who's ever tasted a crab? The Brooklyn Spider was very impressed by that. The intellectuals want a fire station. We agreed to do this. Bubblina doesn't have a fire station. Let's put it here. Change that to Overwatch? Yeah. In fact, let's change all of the guard towers to Overwatch towers. That's a bit menacing, but fuck it. Watching everyone carefully. Shoot faster. Yeah. The whole thing's on fire. Right. Yeah, who's getting juiced? MCAT. Ooh, no. Juice it up. What is it? That's a little fishy. MCAT, alright, great. So let's juice it up. I think we can put coconuts in the juicer as well. So much participation required, help. We're going to get the next votes up. Just in a second, let me build a juicery. I can't remember how big these things are. Right. So we're going to smash down a bunch of these canneries then. We don't need them. And juice it up. Crustacean sensation. This cabaret. Is in the way. So people still going, no one's going in the circus. Fuck the circus. Alright, put that in there.
Its fate of vandalism has been denounced.
Again?
The palace has sour grapes. More people simply don't understand the
Elections in. Wait, hey. There's some people voting against me. Let's not have that. I'm going to increase the quality of Bubblina's houses. And I'm going to increase the quality of the tree houses. Is there anyone living in the tree houses? They could be pruned. These farms need to go as well, but let's just win the election first. Fire station, quick build.
In the past,
Okay, that's back to 50. Speedway should go up. Let's just do a general... This is called an audience, where I can just ask for a series of demands, which I will then satisfy to win the election. So, constitution to paid healthcare, no, do that. We have to accept it
My
though.
flock are blessed with
Produce
faith,
apparel, yeah, we
and
can't do that right
chance.
now.
you know that
Produce
now is
electronic.
the language of the universe.
Okay, there, none of them help. And I'll put the other juicery in. We're paying a lot of people and there's a lot of unemployed. I think that's maybe the issue. 169 unemployed, but 166 vacant jobs. Why?
Fuck me, you dog!
Who are we voting for next? Yeah, okay, hang on. I don't want to lose this election. It's early in the morning. 31% of people don't like me. That's not cool. You're making Nettle special just for me. Alright, who's voting next? Is 1, 2, 3, 4. English speaking cat. So English speaking cat's realm is a giant chocolate factory thing, and then a lush kind of banking, casino, cigar district, and cheese. It's already quite powerful, and books. Thank you, Issa. And thank you, Lurking. Yeah, no, I'm just 31%. Yes, just 31%. I need to do things to make someone happy quickly. It's because I didn't do those intimidation raids. Yeah, we've got to do them. Look, I can save this anyway with a tax cut, but I don't really want to save it with a tax cut. Just let me keep my eye on it. We're going to fire all these people soon, so let's pay them a bit more while they've got the jobs. But I may as well finish this reconstruction suggestion for Bubblina now. No, I'll win the election first. Alright, English speaking cat is going to be Kira again, yeah? And who else? Okay, it's good. Yeah, I think we've tipped it. And there's people leaving now. Yeah, that's good. 6 months to win the election, and then we'll change this radically, I think.
I'm sure the good citizens of Tropico intend to vote for you, Presidente.
Who lost more polls, poll? I've not lost that many polls. Kira's going to catch up today if they keep losing polls. Prickly versus Hangover, interesting. And Kira's in the mix. No, you can vote freely.
I'd never count my chickens before they hatch. But
All right, Speedway's up.
So
Everyone's cool.
Presidente.
Right, I'm going to pop another military base here. We can afford it. Because this is getting out of hand. And we're going to have to build a little bit of a
Remember,
presidential zone as well, I think.
only via the voice of Tropico. Do not trust the internet. Do not trust anything but Canal Uno.
That was a close one, Presidente. Apparently, some citizens need to be reminded just how much they love you.
Alright, this is another... God, it's crazy. Alright, we need another barracks. Back here?
Presidente, all my...
Alright, well look, all the people we're about to make unemployed can go in the army, right?
classified as interns.
TV station or global market economy to protectionism. We're going to take the TV station.
Taxes.
An impromptu vandalism competition.
So we've won the election. Just before we do... Okay, Hangover, brilliant. So you've swapped to English-speaking cat now.
By 2 whole walls.
Okay, I understand. Who's next? Yeah, alright. We do one more and then we have a break, alright? Detvi's gone. So... Melina's gone. Petrocat. No breaks, man. We demo maxing today. Alright. Well, look, I'll give you a poll to run in the break. Apparel and electronics. But let me do this now we've won the election. Alright, we're not taking this land away. We're just going to make this a bigger city area, I think. Like this. So there's more land now for housing and to build a dedicated district to link up these sectors. Like we'll move these juiceries when they're done. These can go here. Yeah, that's right. So we put one of those there. And then the juiceries will fit in nicely here. Now we need to replace these farms that we've done, and the juiceries require pineapple. So we're going to do a bunch of pineapple. We're also going to need a bunch of rubber. And on this side we're going to have cotton. And then tobacco we need. For the cigar factories. People can go and work in those places. Is there room for 2 more? Yeah, okay, so let's get another, like, corn, a banana, and corn and banana here. Now, when we did this in the last game, it caused quite a brutal shock to the economy. So we want this to happen quite quick. Right, this is pineapple and banana, single fruit flavour. Banana, pineapple flavour. No, we'll go with single fruit flavour for now. Now I'm going to put Bubblina on lockdown a little bit because we've been having these recurring problems. Because as soon as we've got proper control over the island, we won't have rebel threats, then we can bring in the tourists, which I'd like to do. I know it's not always the most popular thing. Alright, Petrocat elections are going. 40 versus Kira versus Hag, interesting. Alright, so are we saying then you can be the leader of 2 factions? Yeah, nice! Esther's getting in the mix. Alright, so we're doing corn, a little bit of corn. If we want to do more industrial farming, which is what you're going to need for the apparel industry, unless we use crocodiles. But we could industrially farm crocodiles. Single fruit flavours, so they're going to make juice whatever comes in. That's fantastic.
Reports of downtown vandalism are greatly exaggerated. The fashionable new distressed architecture style is apolitical and proves nothing anyway, the palace says.
Right, we can improve the living here a little bit as well. I think I'm going to move these houses out, like down the road. But we do need the barracks. Yeah, I think we're going to need them squarely in the middle. Or I can crush this and bring it closer together. Llamas, cattle, cattle, cattle. Right, hang on. Let's do it this way. We'll fix this in a moment. Right, 40. Okay, so 40's Petrocat. And then we've just got, for the originals, Beta Kitten and Terra Kitten left. So 1 to 3 Terra Kitten. Yeah, Terra Kitten's next. We're doing alright for money and approval though, so this should be, we should roll this through. Power? Okay, so we're going to pay the nuclear power plants more. There we go. That's given us another 334 megawatts of juice. Juisson. Crustacean sensation is going.
Has been denounced by the palace.
Let's demolish these.
More people simply don't understand the pressures of wealth, a spokesperson said.
Although it might look like I'm building like a prison around Bublina, it only looks like that. It's not actually that. Alright, we'll stick this for now. We'll fix this. Right, then we can move this army base in a bit closer. And this Overwatch tower a bit closer as well. And then I think this place only existed to try and keep a grip on Bublina, so let's move that up here. Well, maybe put it here. We'll improve the housing in just a moment for these guys. Let's get rid of this. Terra Kitten election's great. Kira's losing a lot today. We need to make this a thing. Let's make this every vote. On anything. So if I'm asking you like nuclear power, wind power, or not Kira. Dinner at the prison is salmon legs. Sorry, that was a bit of a demonic laugh there, but yeah, salmon legs. We're gonna make this look a bit cuter. It looks like a grim kind of cult compound. Right, then we have to do some industrial farming, I'm afraid. So the factory ranches are going up here. Maybe, you know, if we got enough hydroponics, we can do somewhere else. Alright, let's go with the industrial cattle shed, industrial sheep shed, like that. And then industrial goat milker. And an industrial mini more cattle, I think, if you're going to do clothes. They need corn to work. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. Just pop a little fishery in there, maybe? No.
technology
What did
taking
we
over our
miss?
lives? Social media polls reveal
Sheep.
117% satisfaction with everything. The numbers do not lie.
Lava. Okay, so Terra Kitten is Esther, fantastic. All right, so the last we might get to a round of votes then on you guys. Oh no, we still need 2 more. Better Kitten elections. Yeah, all right, better Kitten elections. Let's get rid of that. And we need a little bit more corn in. Corn. If we do this with crocodiles, we need to feed them fish though. Corn. Coffee we didn't get. And more banana. Now we need to put more housing in for these guys. I want you guys to decide that. Better Kitten, last call. All right, great. What is that doing there? That doesn't need to be there, surely. There's still people working there. All right, and then we can maybe think about moving the Maui statues, guys. Or well, okay, actually, maybe that realm will go to somebody else. Thinking about that. Okay, so this is MCAT's new realm. We've shrunk it because, or maybe we can put.
Rampant unregulated trade ended today when the group running the enterprise realized that by regulating it, they could make a bunch more money.
Yeah, exactly. $616,000 though. We're doing well for money. Okay, who are we doing? Princess Valorkira, come on! This is the time. Rise, vote now. This little base down here just does nickel, if I remember rightly. So let's automate that. This little church on the hill, no. People are going to it. This is insane. That church on the hill is madness. People are walking to that. God, crazy. That's a crazy, crazy expenditure of time. We are gonna upgrade these to modern mines. Modernize. Modernize. This is kind of unnecessary, isn't it? Just give them a grocer, maybe.
An impromptu vandalism competition ended in...
You know what might even be better is just having a cars at this point, just getting people to drive there. That's a bit wasteful, I feel. Anyway, so be it. Okay, Val, great. Okay, then we've got 2 more faction leaders, alright? But I'm just gonna need to take a short break. Just give me a minute. Yeah? That's what modern farming looks like, and we need it for the future. But we're going to tidy this up, and we'll give Bubblina a lot of power over what goes in there. All right. You have to go, Sir Elsa. All right. See you. No, just give me a few minutes. Give me a few minutes. So the next one though we'll decide is Michael Cat or Sleepy Joe. So it's going to be Michael Cat next. So this is the I'm supporting all these elections to see how people vote not Kira, yeah. So intellectual faction is next, yeah? Michael Cat. And I will be back in just a few minutes. But we're doing great, we've got loads of money, this is working so far, touch wood. You might be right, it looks nice for a dome. Could dome this up, like four domes around the outside by the military bases, with a metro into the coal compound. Heath is in a voting frenzy. Let's keep voting. Domes could easily fix this. Look, we bought the dome blueprint anyway, I think. We have the power to build domes. Dome there. Yeah, man, dome this up. I quite like these, they're quite cute. We should maybe make them bigger. Could move the houses to this bit, and then open up this centre for a nice garden or a entertainment or whatever you like, really. Probably enough. You have to get a vote on spending money, but if you want to move things around, you can just tell me. Michael Cat, second call. Juicing's working. You know what? Let's make these one taller anyway. How do you do it? You kind of add one, don't you? Yeah. Okay. Then we can get rid of that. And this. Yes, exactly. So that will be corn as well. And then this can go somewhere else for now. And it looks like we need a bit more cotton as well, so let's get more cotton. Cotton! Get a bit more cotton! Maybe move one of these guys to here. There is some kind of... can it? There's some justification for that, right? That's fine. Ooh, let's put this in the middle so it's got the bigger spread. That should go there. Right, that's got a grip on that situation, I believe, looking at it. Maybe they need a few more, no, let's move the guard towers out. So here, and that one to there. Maybe this one. Okay, I'd say that's pretty guarded now, and then we just need a little bit more around here, I think. Just another army base, I reckon. Crackers, though. Michael Cat elections. Jade! Oh, it's a close one. Interesting. Interesting. Jade, welcome. You are Michael Cat. You get a realm. But we'll decide and we'll vote on that. So hang on, Jade, you don't get to... Oh wait, you get to pick your realm, I can't remember. Yeah, I think you maybe get to pick your realm. Let's do Sleepy Joe though, as well. So the Conservatives is the only one left. Who wants to be the Conservative faction? They're going to be really popular. As I said, this game is actually funded in part by the German Ministry of Education. I think what we're doing here is interesting. You could maybe do it with a class, although it'd be quite involved. You could use it as a way of like modelling history and economics and so on. I don't know how practical that would be. Depends on the class, really. You'll run for Sleepy Joe too. Alright, so Sleepy Joe. The realms that are left are this, which is not technically English-speaking cats. It includes all of this. The Maui statues, which can be moved because there's no one going there. They're kind of in the wrong place. So that realm would be this, that whole like curve through the woods here. This is English-speaking cat there. So that's one realm you can have. Or the other final realm is this, the Long Beach, which is just the oil rigs and a mine at the moment. And this mad church up here. People go to for some reason. They don't go there though, so that's getting smoshed. Woohoo! Thank you, Bluewoods. That's very kind. Good morning. Sleepy Joe, is anyone going for Sleepy Joe? 603,000, maximum difficulty, we're doing great. Let's intimidate our neighbours. And steal things. Right, power might be a limiting factor again. Yeah, we're low on power, so let's get some modern energy solutions. Let's go with solar power plant for now. Although I do like wind power. Maybe wind power. Alright, I'll do solar because it's not really a... Everyone will be okay with solar, I think. Okay, then we've got power back on. Yes, we can get nutcrackers and we can make crustacean sensation from coconuts. If you want. But I think we still have to pick coconuts the traditional way. Yo, will scream so loud you will hear me all the way from Prague. Can you please turn my plantations into agricultural towers? Yes. Yes, we agreed that. Do you want me to coil them in so we shrink the realm a bit? Requires manure to work. Stackable up to 6 times. That's great. Valerie, do you want them within the city or just down here? Like this? You need more jobs, that's why people are not living in houses. Okay. So, we're going to do corn. These are stackable, so they're going to be quite massive. Yeah, this is going to work. So we do it here, okay? 1 for corn. 1 for banana. 1 for sugar. This is the first time I built these actually. And one for Cocoa. And then we'll close this like this, I think. Because they're stackable. And obviously the tighter your realm is together, then the more efficient it is. Which is why that church on the hill is a bit mad. And I don't think we need that extension. We did agree to this in the last game, I believe, but we didn't have the technology, so this was part of a previous vote that Valerie got. Snide, Sleepy Joe. Alright, great. So, we are now into the game proper, I believe. I've got another question for who gets the apparel. To me, this looks like it's a choice between English-speaking cat, because they produce the leather at the moment, although Bin-Cat also produces the leather. M-Cat, who's got the cloth. Maybe better Kitten. But the thing is, because we've got a decentralized production of all these, you know, the first prime materials you need, it's going to be a bit of a drive around the island getting everything where it needs to be. So, my question's going to be, yeah, between these four, yeah, that's it. So yeah, between those four, who's getting the crocodile boot manufacturing? And then I have a couple of other questions, and then I'll hand over to you guys. This can go now. This is done. This is probably dramatic overkill for military strength. Yeah, looks pretty contained, and you can also shrink that down now. Those roads aren't even necessary. It's the cocoa fruit from the cocoa tree from the cocoa palm family. Right, so, have we got the vote? Brilliant, yeah. Crocodile boots with the fur. Yeah. Lowrider. And then we might need to reform the constitution. And that's about 10 votes. So let's get the other bits of the constitution that we're missing. We've got this. Marriage rights, let's get that. And global market economy, let's get that. So now we can complete the constitution. Yeah. Right, who's getting it? Close one. Ooh. Why isn't Kira on that?
We are receiving news that surprisingly...
I thought we agreed we'd put Kira on all of it.
Buildings in Tropico. Do not be alarmed. This is categorically not a rebel attack.
You don't have to have the crocodiles, but they're still going, these guys. Okay, trade routes. Cheese, 9%. Fine. Passenger drones. Smart furniture. Oh, this is the future. Seconds on the clock. Is it a tie? No. Okay. All right. Well, it goes nice with the Colosseum, the fashion industry. So let's. We're gonna want these honey places at the outside, right? Let's move that here, and we'll just go. We're gonna make nature very, very thick back here behind these honey places. Let's concentrate the honey. Give me a second to do this, then we'll have the next vote. Apparel. Apparel. And then we'll add a little bit more honey. And then a lot of nature around here. And we can similarly rewire places like that when we are shutting these things down. Now, that is kind of in the wrong place because we're losing the. We're losing a kind of center. So let's stick that there. And then we need industrial crocodile farming, and for that we need fish. So we're going to shut this down. Then we'll build factory ranch crocodile. And then we're going to do one fish farm. And maybe pop IKEA away a bit. No, pop IKEA down here. What's that? Is that more honey? Okay, so let's just cancel this, move that. I'm tempted by plastics. I know we shouldn't, but I am tempted by plastics, I have to say. We don't really want this. Move back here. I don't even want it. Let's get rid of it. You guys haven't got anything, have you? Well, look. We come back to this furniture thing. That's not very efficient at the moment. None of this is. We need to think if we really need wood. Because if we make plastic, we can make furniture out of the plastic. So I'm just going to retire a bunch of these people for now. And let's let that other industry kick off. And then we'll come back to Detview when they get their vote. So that just means we've got a bit of a fashion industry going, and it's a bit prettier. And then you've got this extra area to redevelop as you wish. Right, and then the next question is plastics. No, actually no. Let's go with pharmaceuticals. Drugs. We're gonna make drugs. So I want to know who gets the pharmaceutical company. This can be either Petrocat, Kitten, MCat again, or Better Kitten. Alright, so Petrocat, Kitten, MCat, and Better Kitten to get pharmaceuticals. English speaking cat, it's not quite right in that zone, and English speaking cat's going to get a bunch of other stuff. Maybe. Jewellery to the EU, yes. Weapons to America, damn right, yeah. 28,000 of them. Are we out of iron? Let's just check on the iron supply. We're running low on iron. So we are importing iron because we basically exhausted the iron on the island. Okay, so he's there. We got the vote. So that vote is on who gets the drugs. I know he's kind of busy as well, and has been very kind to mod for us this morning. So, all right, nice, thank you. That's great. So I think I'm going to move these houses out the centre here. That's going to free up some more space for you. And I think I'm going to have to add another block to these things. Petrocat, alright. What's the problem here? Rubber. Let's import rubber. Pharmaceuticals. Yep, great. Okay, that will go in there. I don't know whether we want two of them. We'll start with one, and let's just chuck these flop houses in behind. All right, it's quite a tight realm now. They're on full. Maybe destroy. They're good. They're loads of gold, loads of jewelry. And plastics is my question. Next one is to plastic or not to plastic? Why would you want pharmacy? Doesn't your God heal you? Yeah, right, I know. Plastic's going to be a bit contentious, but if we want to do electronics, we need plastics. We don't have to do electronics, but that's the question. It's the precursor to electronics, which is the precursor to smart furniture. Sucks up microplastics as a treat. Yeah, okay. Alright. We can do it, yeah, we can do it. But that's really, this is mainly about the leather industry, whether we move the leather industry away from English-speaking cat. So I will let you guys discuss that. If English-speaking cat wants to give up the leather, that's a little bit of leather here, it frees up some space for you for other nicer things to develop. And then the industry is concentrated on this side of the island. I take, there's cotton here. I believe one of these is cotton.
Reports of downtown vandalism are greatly exaggerated. The fashionable
But you can't grow cotton in those agricultural towers.
Is apolitical and proves nothing anyway, the palace says.
I think we can grow them though. Let's try and grow them. There's still quite a lot of unemployed people, right? Yeah, we can grow them. I wonder if that adds more people though. Yeah, it adds more workers. Okay, alright, we do that. Let's see if that's filled the tree houses up. No. Maybe we move these tree houses. Oh yeah, Sleepy Joe, yeah, sorry, we didn't do that, let's do that. Okay, so there's two places that can be divided. Did Michael Cat pick? So Michael Cat can pick first. So Jade, if you're there, you're gonna pick first, yeah? Yeah, okay, Halibut, be strong. Let's do that, and we'll be drawing it to a close anyway. No, okay, Jade. So you pick. It's this realm here, which goes up onto the mountain and currently has the Maui statues, or it's this long golden beach. We'd like the Long Beach, Jade. So Sleepy Joe wants the Long Beach. Jade, pick me as an option. Yes, waterfall, cool down. Rah. Okay, so this side of the waterfall is English-speaking cats. The other side is yours. When we get to vote, you will be, which is not going to happen today, as I said, this would take the whole stream. You will be able to design where you want your things, and you want to pick intellectual things ideally. This district setup is actually kind of working. Kind of. You only fuck with Thoth. Okay, so Sleepy Joe, you've got this industrial nickel mining operation which kind of needs to happen in your realm, but you can develop it, and there's more oil. That whole island is full of oil, and we can make it all into plastics. We can do this. We can bring cars back. So let's go back to the question we had before then. Does Han, do you want to move your leather industry, the remains of it, to Detvi? It gives you land. It's Han is the capitalist now, right? You'll give it to Detvy, okay. It's not very efficient anyway, the leather industry. We need to sort that out. But the industrial leather, industrial crocodile farm should be good. That needs tidying up as well. Alright, so, I don't want to start on any votes because we're going to get lost on things. So let's just do the Constitution and we'll make that the last thing. However, that is a lot of votes. So we'll just try and do that last. Where the fuck are they still coming from? We're going to have to get these rebels, man. I'm tempted by a drone command. I say do it with drones. Is there a Yowie cave behind the waterfall? Oh, yes. Looks like it to me. Oh no, that's a rock. But you must be able to go into the mouths of these things. Look, you can go into the Yowie mouth. Yeah, it's coming from the Yowie mouths. Moist capitalist Yowie cave. Kinky. Love a Yowie mouth. Alright, so constitutional reform, it's 2089. We'll start with the newbies. So, marriage rights. Open marriage is enable same-sex marriage. Doesn't mean only same-sex marriage. Those of you a bit troubled by that. It means that anyone can marry anyone. Increases the global liberty by 5. Increases tourism by 2. Decreases the standing of the religious faction by 10. Then we have trad marriage. Then we have forced marriage. So the first vote is forced marriage is kind of like what happens in Crusader Kings. Yeah, we're going to do this with really quick votes. I think East knows what to do now, so let's just do this with formal votes. Forced, preferably with the worst matchmaking available, yeah. Alright, Tropico is becoming a modern state. Let's borrow money. The EU can give us some money, there you go. Praise you guys. Praise you guys, have some money. Praise you guys, ask for money. Praise you guys. Yeah, LGBTQ marriage only. We running out of power again? No. Really? Open. Great. Alright. Global market economy. Protectionism, free trade, or international trade partnership. If we go international trade partnership, it basically means we want to focus on maximising the export trade routes, which is the little wheel there that we do. Protectionism is the opposite. We can't do trade routes. So I wouldn't go with protectionism, but you can if you want. But I'd go with free trade or international trade partnership. Marketing. International trade partnership is kind of getting us into things like NAFTA or the EU, right? Or the BRICS. Hey Zelda, I'm doing all right. That was a bit intense 9 o'clock start, but international trade partnership sounds like pure bullshit. International. All right, we're gonna keep an eye on the trade routes then, and we might open some more if that's where you're going. All right, international. Fine. Healthcare. Paid, single payer, or Europe. So it's US, National Henry Service, or the EU version. But let's look at trade while you're doing that. So, HESA, it's paid, free at the point of service, or mix. Right. Cigars to America. Chocolate to Europe. Yeah. We make, how much money do we make off that? 81,000, yeah, so that's just that. Juice, 2%. That was open. EU system. The third option is the British system. I don't know, I think the healthcare is better in Europe personally. Sorry to everyone who works in the NHS, is brutally underfunded and there's so many other things wrong with it, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know, I mean like I wouldn't want the US system. Right, hybrid, okay, then surveillance. Total, security, or privacy? Most of you went for security last time. Not healthy system. I don't hate the NHS, Anne. I do not hate the NHS. Don't say that. I don't. We don't want the US system, but how do you get more funding into the actual NHS? You want to raise taxes? Raise taxes then. Although raising taxes is not going to be popular with everything about to go up in price by 25% again. Total surveillance for a change. Well, we might go there. This is really just the setup, right? We haven't changed that much. This is the setup of the beginning. Then we'll see what happens. Moist, soft, liberal. Sorry, not sorry. The NHS is brutally underfunded, and it's it also depends where you are in the country as well, I'm sorry to say. Oh yeah, you're role-playing. Yeah, fine. No, role-play Conservatives. The Conservatives were the main... They brought the regime down last time. It was the Conservatives and the Liberal faction. That was the end of the game. And the destruction of the domes. Alright, security, great. Media, you've got sponsored at the moment. State media boosts your propaganda. Free media is neutral. Sponsored content boosts the adverts. But we're back to propaganda at the moment. So if you want your propaganda boosted, then state. If you want us to make more money, sponsored. But the media buildings, when we do state-controlled media, even though they're propaganda, they're going to reduce liberty. Just bear that in mind. I mean, the BBC is technically state-controlled media, right? Ish. Free media. Yeah, free is fine as well. I don't like to reduce liberty. You're benevolent. Okay, we've gone from free. Emigration, let's do that one. That's quite important. We've got it on love it or leave it at the moment. I think we should stay on that. Or we can go with best country on earth and seal everybody in the borders. Lol, dick pole. Yeah, seal him in. We're overpopulated anyway. You can seal him in if you want. We'll seal it up. Sealing. Pull a Boblina and lock us in. Yeah. Crustacean sensation. Taste the crab. I didn't even get, look, next time he comes in, pick it up. Right, we've got to close this at 11 though, so we will speed through the others. They're the most important ones, I think. So we just do rapid democracy for ecology. At the moment we're on maximum pollution. So we go 0, half, or max for pollution. Love it or leave it. Yeah, 0 emissions is going to brutally hurt our industry. And it's really possible if you get in your... unless you're highly efficient or if you're got tourists. Yeah, where are the Kira options? It's sad. Love it or leave it, great. So separation of powers, no separation, official separation, true separation. Economy first, pollution maxing. Alright, you know what, we'll change the other ones another time. I think I'm happy with the rest because I don't want to go over 11, alright? So we're going to confirm the Constitution. I'll just put ecology on energy efficiency. The rest is okay. That's the half measure. Alright, there's the Constitution. That's effective until 2099. And again, if you're new to the Kitten Beach games, Twitter materialises in the modern era, and you can read what the faction leaders are saying on Twitter. Spitter. All right, okay, it's 11 o'clock. Let's save it. So this is Kitten Beach Futures, Chapter 2. Alright, and that's time, gang, so thank you. And I'll say goodbye, and we'll see you later with Isvangelo Toth starting at 5:30. I'm going to go and try and get a little bit of extra costume, we'll see. Enjoy the rest of your day, see you later some of you, if I don't see you, and see you again. Bye bye.